So I just went through a bad relationship experience with a douchebag. And the only way I could cope right now is by writing a poem about it. It's called The Other Woman. It all started when we met in January of 2015. He was one of the hardest workers I had ever seen. A hello here and there, a goodbye at the end of the day. I had just went through a breakup, having lost my way. But as time went by, I started to heal. The love of the self is a love that is real. I bonded with nature and worked on my spirit. A cry poured out of me, sadly no one could hear it. Months went by, we grew much closer. At the time I didn't realize he was the devil on my shoulder. He always checked me out, making cat calls, sexual innuendos, yeah, he said them all. At first I thought this was just another flirtationship, when he walked by and purposely grazed my hip. I always knew he was like all those other guys, the ones that spread girls' legs and nasty lies. I don't know why I doubted it when it crossed my mind. I look back now and realize that I was blind. He finally told me how he felt about me, and me about him, so we both agreed. We first met up in the early days of December, but there were things he didn't mention I guess he forgot to remember. I knew he had a daughter and an ex out of town, but little did I know he was fucking around. He told me they were over, but he had to see his child, but every time I texted him, his response took a while. Then I learned that his ex was expecting another kid, but the thing that made me sick was the fact that it was his. I talked to him about it, and he said this was way before, but still I was filled with doubt, and he called me a whore. If things didn't turn out, he asked if we could still be friends. I had to think about it depending on when and how it ends. You're cute, he said as he looked into my eyes. I just knew there was something off about this guy. I began to wonder why he only saw me at night. There was something inside me saying, this doesn't feel right. But I childishly ignored that voice within. Now all of this regret is burned on my skin. I felt like his burden and my own big disgrace because I ignored the signs flashing in front of my face. Now I can see that he was just using me, or did I already know? That's my stupidity. He even blocked me on Facebook a half a year ago. There must be something he doesn't want me to know, or maybe even someone he doesn't want me to see. Someone who's getting more attention than me. He never introduced me to his family and friends, which made me curious. All those truths were pretend. He avoided telling me too much information, but when we were together, his phone was all notifications, which made me wonder why he took so long to respond just to my text messages. This all seems so wrong. One day, he said he didn't reply because he had to go to bed, and the next, he fibbed that his phone was dead. There were so many thoughts running through my head. They just wouldn't shut up, and this is what they said. I don't want to be someone he throws away after he uses. I want him to make time for me, not damn excuses. Then I heard a rumor, or was it really so? His ex was living with him at his home. He was seeing her and he was seeing me. I wanted to throw up. It made me feel so dirty. Who's the whore now? I wanted to scream. It's time I wake up from this crazy dream. It all makes sense now, like a missing puzzle piece. This puzzle has two beauties and one filthy beast. I realize now that cheating is very inhuman, and I had fallen victim to being the other woman. But time will go by and I will start to heal. The love of the self truly is the love that is real.